My name's Ellie Bursko. I wanted to share a little bit about the work I've been doing with Yana, particularly Yana, but recently just jumped on a call with Yana and Nyaniso and with my partner. Now, over the last year, I left my 9 year relationship, the father of my two children, and I met an amazing man who is like my mirror, and we're very, very similar. He's like a male version of me, but because he's my mirror and because we're very similar and it's a conscious relationship like I've never had, he triggers the hell out of me and brings up all my shit. And I've always been very successful in business and with powerlifting and lifting weights and different areas of my life, but felt like I ignored communication and emotional things to do with relationships. In this area, I felt vulnerable. I felt like a little girl. I felt weak. I felt like I didn't know anything. And I kind of pedestaled my partner and felt like he knew more than me and he was better than me with these things. And so we had a lot of ups and downs. A lot of drama was caused, a lot of emotional turmoil, and it was very, very draining. And we also had amazing deep connection and amazing things happen as well. But it came to a point where it just wasn't working the way it was. And Yana's been there for me on phone calls and personal messages where she's really helped me through some tough times. And I felt that I could be super vulnerable with her and I could share where I was at without judgment. And she helped me in that moment to be able to release the anxiety and the heightened emotions and to be able to think clearly and think about the next steps and move forwards, and gave me words and frameworks to understand that nothing was wrong, that it was all okay, and that I could move forwards and I could make this work. And so recently, when we jumped on a call with Yana and Nyaniso, they really held space in such an amazing way, and uh, and really had an amazing container and asked the right questions at the right time and really guided the conversation rather than coaching or being overbearing or talking a lot. They hardly spoke at all, actually. And uh, it was an amazing conversation that really put framework and words around what my partner and I had been trying to figure out. And a few weeks ago, my partner and I broke up on his 30th birthday. And it wasn't a breakup in the technical sense of what most people would see and what I used to see, but instead, that part of our relationship died. The way we were doing the relationship died. We had like a bit of an ego death as well. And we put that part we buried that part. And by doing that, we released the label of what we were. And we had a little bit of, not very long, but a few days or so of time apart. And then we came back together and we talked to each other so differently. We're communicating really well. I'm not taking things personally. I'm not feeling attacked or blamed. I'm not making assumptions as much. We're both spending a lot of time together, but also feel fine to have our time apart. Um, and it's been amazing, and we're more connected than ever. And this has been since the call with Yana and Nyaniso. And we feel super connected at a deep level within ourselves and as a couple. And we know what we want moving forwards. And I don't think we'd be at this place without our own understanding and perseverance, but without the help of Yana and Nyaniso. And I really appreciate their support, the work that they do as individuals and as a couple, and in holding space and practicing what they preach and walking this path. So thank you so much. And if you feel like you need to do work as a couple or as an individual on finding a deeper connection within yourself or within a relationship, or you want to go deeper on that connection with yourself, on understanding what words to use, how to communicate effectively, um, how to manage emotions, how to deal with um, emotions and feelings and really drop into your heart and feel more rather than being up in your head, which I very much was, then definitely reach out to them and do some work with them, because it has literally changed my life.